is this industry similar in the way of
Sure.
games getting outdated, like in other industries like fashion, with the designs going out of date? That's a really good question, and I would say that yes, in a manner of speaking, tech certainly tends to go out of date. We have new consoles coming out all the time. We have, we can't play our older, the games that we used to play on Sega, for example. We can't run them anymore on the extremely advanced tech that we have these days, for example. So yes, in terms of design trends, I wouldn't say that they go. I think out of fashion is a bit probably not the right way to look at it, but yes, certain design trends do tend to take off and then die down over time. But things are always entertaining. I think it's so for example, if you really loved a particular game from 5 or 10 years ago and you went back to play it now, you probably still love it. On the other hand, there are certain ways in which gaming has evolved as an artistic medium. So things which were sort of accessible way back when because it was new and exciting, now you try and go and play it and you would find it boring. And I think of the really, hardcore point and click adventure games of old, where essentially to solve a puzzle, you just have to sit there and think about it for an hour. Whereas now, nobody's going to be okay with doing that. Like the Curse of Monkey Island, for example. There's no way you're going to be able to play that and have fun today. It's the expectations, the genre expectations are entirely different. People expect to sort of come into the game and start learning through a tutorial and just be good at it, and just keep getting better. Not to sit there and think about what to do next. So yeah, I would say that there are certain things. Sorry, go ahead.
However, Soumya, I would, I'm not very sure about that. I mean, there's always this, the idea of remakes of old games now that cater to a certain gaming nostalgia. I mean, video games are always considered like a young medium, right? But then again, they look at like 5 decades now too, and there's also there's already like at least 2 generations having grown up playing video games, and every now and then like Final Fantasy VII, right? That got a reboot just now, or even games like Tetris, who get redefined, like Tetris Effect, and maybe you know it. It's like a very artsy take on the very old Tetris formula from this old Soviet-style video game from the early 1980s, right? People still love that because it's just a great game, and or consider a game like Minecraft that is a technological achievement in and of itself, but on the surface it looks like something very outdated, right? So there's always like this progression, especially on a technological level, like with a new generational, like a new console cycle coming up now, right? But there's also always the opposite, like gaming nostalgia for very old concepts and even graphic styles. And point-and-click adventures, they are right, like Tim Schafer once said, point-and-click adventures are a very rare and special kind of games that exists in our dreams, in our memories, and in Germany, because the genre kind of hibernated in Germany and stayed very popular here, while the rest of the world embraced like first-person shooters and the like. And like last year, Germany's best video game is a game called Trüberbrook. Probably hard to pronounce or understand. It's like a Twin Peaks situation set in 1960 backwater rural Germany, and it's a point-and-click adventure.
You're right.
They are
That's
still quite popular here.
Point. I was thinking Daedalic Entertainment, and I think they're coming out with a lot of point-and-click games still. So yeah, actually.